gentlemen, you already know the name, man. Pays and Plays podcast here. Same attire, so you already know what I'm about to be talking about. Upsets alert, week 6 NFL. Yes, I think we can find some upsets. You may not like them to win, but I think they cover. And if this is my suggestion, when it comes to like things like this, if you think a team covers, put a decent amount of cheese, I would say, on that, right? But then I would say sprinkle a little bit on the money line. So, push comes to shove, both bets, the team wins and cover, you get a double payout. You know what I'm saying? It just a little bit of advice, right? Just a little bit of advice. Because like I mentioned before, I had people ask me, do I give I mean, like I said, I won't ask for it. If you want to give me a tip, I guess there's people that came to me that I ran into not long ago that was like, man, you help me make money. You really been helping me make money outside of my regular job, and that's cool, man. That's all I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to educate y'all a little bit. I mean, you can fade me sometimes, right? Like last week was a bad week, but I mean, you're not gonna get a lot of bad weeks out of me like that. That's just how I know I am, because I'm not gonna be over emotional that I lost one bad week. It happens. Welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the betting world. That's just how that goes. But let's go right into it. Thursday night football, I already talked about it, but Seahawks plus 3.5. This game is going to be tough. It's at Seattle. The 49ers usually, when the Seahawks are tough, they usually do struggle against this team. No McCaffrey. I think this whole offense misses McCaffrey because he is the bread and butter to that team. You know, that zone read blocking scheme, it's perfect for him, but I don't even think he's going to be for the season. So that Madden curse thing already kicked into effect. Don't get it wrong, though. I like the other running back, Mason. I like him, but he's not no Christian McCaffrey. Now, those two together, now we're talking differently. I'm wondering what is Brock Purdy going to be doing? Because I think they are a run first team, but now you're kind of relying on Purdy to do a little bit more than he usually does. And shout out to my guy JT Sports. I know he looked at me crazy when I said I thought Purdy was a little bit overrated. That last drive kind of showed me why I thought he was overrated. So we'll see against Seattle, who, I mean, they lost the game they shouldn't lose to anyway. So we'll see how this goes. But 3.5, I'm definitely leaning towards that way. If it gets juiced up to make it a +4 with Seattle, I'm definitely going to be taking Seattle +4. Spring a little bit on the money line, of course. So next one I'm talking about, Jaguars. Yeah, Jaguars +1.5. I mean, I think the wrong team is favorite. Is not favorite. I mean, listen, I know the Bears they're better than they have been, but Caleb Williams has not faced a Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen, or whatever the fuck he wants to call himself. They have not faced that type of duo. This Bears O line has not been good. You can go to week 1 when they had when the Titans had Simmons and Landry coming down that backfield. I mean, it was hard for them. Now you got two guys who are studs. Trayvon Walker's looking like the hype for the first overall pick. I wouldn't have picked him at first overall pick that drive. It would have been Hutch or Kayvon Thibodeau, but he started to play like it. And Josh Allen Hines, he's I called him out. They showed up. I think they show up for this game again. Washington +6.5. I've said how this number's getting juiced to the Raven side. If this number goes up to +7, we might have to make a decision to take Washington on the spread. This Ravens team cannot stop a solo on defense. We know they can drop 30 on you, but also we can drop 30 on them. That's just how I look at it. From the games where they're up big and they let teams come back. They almost let Buffalo flirt back not long ago, if you remember that. If you really watched that game, we saw how the Bengals, they were up and then the Bengals came at them. They lucky enough that offense came alive. But I mean, you're relying on Jaden Daniels to do a lot of the work. And I know everyone's hyping him up thinking he could be MVP. And you know what? I'm not mad at the thought he'll be MVP because let's say the Commanders win the NFC East. Then we're talking about you might have to consider that, right? Because I mean, he's playing better than Robert Griffin when he was a rookie. I will say that. Way better than Robert Griffin. a little bit more, pains, but that's just part of learning the system as being a rookie quarterback too. Next one I got, of course, Browns. I did Browns plus 9.5. It's plus 8.5 right now on certain books. I just think it's too many points for this Philly team that's coaching is questionable. You know, injuries. We don't know who's coming in, who's out. I know they had a bye week, but I mean, this team just does not look right. Other than Saquon Barkley, Saquon has been the only positive piece that I can say about this team. This defense is suspect. You had one good game against New Orleans. Other than that, yeah. And listen, this is really now or never for Deshaun Watson. If he I almost wish they had played Jameis Winston. I probably would have been a lot more confident with that. But when you got these players that the Browns got in the skill positions against this weak secondary, I don't see why they don't have the firepower to at least keep it close. 9.5, 8.5 is a lot of points. You pretty much hoping that this team loses by 10 points. I just can't see in an NFL game like this because every damn man is playing hard. They're playing for their damn job. Next one, let's see, because I picked the paper here. Yeah, Pats plus 7. I've already said it. Texas don't cover these type of large spreads. They're almost starting to get equivalent to me like the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't cover these big spreads, but they'll win you the game. That's just how I look at that one. Let's see. Panthers, yes, Panthers plus 6.5. Just Atlanta weakness. Atlanta isn't good against playing against the Panthers at Carolina. I've been saying this for years. I think this is a setup spot. If they won with Bryce Young against the Falcons, I think Andy Dalton is a lot more better. And we seen the Panthers team move the ball down the field with Andy Dalton. So I mean, why this game 6.5? Like I said, if it goes to 7. I'm taking it. But I wouldn't nudge my nose though if you do a teaser and you tease that up and get 13 or 14 points depending on the number you get. Bengals at Giants, Giants plus 3.5. That ball's offensive genius. Offensive genius. I've been vouching for that ball. If you gave me all the list of the head coaches right now, who would I pick to be a head coach? It'll definitely be Brian Daboll because Daboll can. It don't matter who's that quarterback. It don't matter who the hell he has on the team. He can find ways to make this offense rejuvenate and move the ball down the field. This Cincinnati defense has not been good. There's a reason why they were up 10 at one point twice. You blew a 10-point lead multiple times. I'm not rolling with it. And Joe Burrow, everyone thinks it's all about Joe Burrow. He needs help too. How about the offensive line that they still been struggling with? How about a defense who, once you lost DJ Reader, your run defenses suck. So there's a lot of concerns with that, and it being a primetime game too. That's also another thing. So upset alert definitely for the Bengals. I don't know how a team that won one game is automatically a favorite. I don't know right now. I'd rather trust Brian Daboll before I trust Zach Taylor. And last, like I said, Jets plus 2.5. Fire your head coach. I always say you usually win the game or you're more competitive next week. There's no excuse to why Aaron Rodgers and them shouldn't have won against the Vikings. Yes, it was a lot of mistakes for the Jets side on offense, but that Jets defense is still top tier elite. What is why their defensive coordinator is their interim head coach? Right decision, because that guy, that defense is still amazing to me. They fought, they did their part. It was the offense that messed up. But I feel like this is a week where you have to bounce back. The Bills have nobody on defense. You have the better overall talent, Jets. The overall talent is y'all. Y'all win this game right here, you're number one. Don't blow it. Like, subscribe, pass the run around. You already know. Let's get this bread.